Due to copyright laws and difficulties sharing the podcast across different platforms, the music unfortunately had to be removed from the original recordings. I hope this doesn't spoil your enjoyment or interrupts the flow too much.
You are an Iron Man!
Alright, managed to reach episode 7, and I'm joined today with the one and only Shane McGale. How are you, Shane?
Get that right. Shane Double Ironman.
Sorry, of course, Shane Double Ironman McGale.
Well, now don't be starting off the wrong foot here, Mickey.
Previously, Shane, you would have referred yourself as only Double Ironman. Is that
still
currently still
11
are?
years. Held that title 11 years, Mickey.
Mm-hmm. There's some rumours going around now at the minute.
But the rumours that are going around, Mickey, are only rumours so far.
The proof's in the pudding, as the man says.
You have to do these things, and you have to get the medal, and you have to be seen to get the medal, and all that crack.
So people should maybe do the talking after they've done the walking.
Well, there's rumour of a boy in the club that's going to be doing one, and I'll be there to watch him do it,
Aye.
And I'll be there to help him do it.
Good man.
He's a mate of mine. We'll not mention any names till he does it.
Well, we'll maybe wait till he does it, and then sure he can come on and have a chat on the podcast about it.
I'd love to be there that day.
Aye.
I could talk about mine, he could talk about his.
You can compare notes.
Exactly.
Where are we? We're at the end of March.
Yeah.
You've just come back from Lanzarote.
Just come back from a very successful Oma Tri Club training camp, which was unreal. Great week away.
Plenty of hills, plenty of wind.
No, it wasn't. We were very lucky with the weather now. We got really good weather and just a good group of people away and like-minded people. And you get up in the morning and you foot about and get your swim and get your breakfast and get on the bike and away you go and enjoy your day. Come back. We joined up for dinner in the evenings. Some people done a wee run off the bike, things like that, and we had a bit of a day to ourselves and a track day, But I must say, that's the third year of it, and from success to success to success. You have to go on one. Unbelievable.
I'll have to go on one at some point.
Definitely. Like, there was 18 of us away there now, and there's room for another 10 of us at least. And it's just some people just can't get away. But now I've been very fortunate that I could go away, and I went, and that was it. But it's a great week.
It's a lovely, lovely place.
Lanzarote is just perfect for it. Like perfect.
You've almost got a spiritual connection to Lanzarote.
I sort of like it. There's something about Lanzarote, and funny, anybody that does go to it normally comes back saying the same thing. But it's hard. It can be hard. No matter how many times you go to Lanzarote to cycle, it's hard. Like,
aye.
You can get good days and bad days on it.
Yeah.
I even seen that this year now. One or two colleagues that were over club members, and you can get tired very quick.
Mm-hmm.
You can get fits and starts. You can go along, and then you're tired, and then you get a bit of wind into yourself again. Away you go again. Like, so we're all the same. We're all only human. But I crack.
Aye, that's it. It's great to get out, as you say, in a group. I was out just on a family holiday there last year, and I managed to get a bike out training for the Ironman, and it was hard work on my own.
You were cycling out of Playa Blanca that time, weren't you? But
coming out of Playa Blanca,
that climb all the time.
I basically hypothesised that it doesn't matter where you are on the island. If you're on the coast, you're going uphill.
Oh,
pretty much.
It is. There's one hill we were doing on St. Paddy's Day, and it climbs out of Orizolo. We always, on our first day, we cycle from Sands Beach out to Orizolo, and then we climb part of the climb on the backward leg of it up to Murder Rio, just up to a D-junction. And I'm not joking, halfway up it I had to stop. And the sweat was dripping me. And boys were flying past me, but we all got to the top safely and then massive descent. But the climb there would kill you, and it's so hard.
Is that climb up to that highest point on the island?
Give or take up to Murder Rio, up to the viewpoint, like,
And there's a sort of a zigzaggy road that goes up it?
I know, that's the other one, that's Haria. That's up to the viewpoint and our viewpoint. There's 2 points that are very close together.
Right.
We were coming up the back end of it. So we were sort of hitting the Ironman course on the back end of it, sort of doing it back to front on a slightly different road. Like, there's a couple of different roads like that. You can come at it from different angles, But I'll tell you now, last Sunday I was snookered going up it. I'll tell you, it would have been quicker walking.
Nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day, of course.
No, wait, no juice. No, there's no jungle juice. What are you on about? I don't drink.
No?
All them things on Facebook is all made up.
All fake news.
All fake news.
Donald
Photoshopped
Trump.
the whole lot of it.
Hey, that some course, that bike course in Lanzarote.
Lanzarote is not for wee boys.
No.
No.
It's different gravy, like, isn't it?
It is the biz now. It is the biz. Well, they don't call it the toughest Ironman in the world for nothing. It sorts the men's and the boys out, and I've realised that this last 3 years, where I haven't finished it.
Right.
So I'll tell you, I got my eyes open now. Well, 3 years ago I could have finished it, but I didn't finish it. So I let myself down that year, and I had time to do it. The next year I got pulled off the course, quite a few of us, because they changed the course, and there was a cut-off point where there was nearly 300 people didn't get finished in the race, which they were wrong on. And then last year I went back and I shouldn't have been there, and I just couldn't get going at all. I wanted to stop from even in the swim, which swim used to be my strongest part. I nearly didn't finish the swim.
Is that right?
On the bike, and I didn't want to go at all, but I pulled in the side of the road and just said good luck. But maybe I learnt my lesson from it, because there's boys in the club putting bets on, and I might be the first man in Oma to not do Lanzarote 5 years in a row.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm going back for number 4 now to maybe hopefully finish it. So I have to prove a point to myself and to everybody else that it can be done, because the way I look at Ironman is I never could have done that years ago, and I have 8 Lanzarote Ironman done in a row. And when I look back on that now, I'm going, how the hell did I do them? Because, it's harder and harder. But then when you're out on the course and you see other people that are maybe stronger than you suffering, you have to take benefit from that and go, well, we're all in this together. We all, in a funny way, help each other by maybe a wee, how you doing, or go on, keep going or something. Then we things count. Like you take ourselves in Cork, like we were towards the back of the pack, and we might have met each other a couple of times, and other people were shouting, go, you have this.
Yeah.
That wee thing can make all of the difference.
Oh, it made a hell of a
when
difference.
When your head is telling you to stop, your legs might be okay, but your head's saying stop. And if you listen to that head, you're snookered. And that's what's happened to me a couple of times in Lanzarote. I've stopped and I shouldn't have. And I let myself down. And the way I look at something like that is, when people back home be looking and going, like when I was finished, people were texting, what's wrong? They thought something happened to me. And me sitting back, grand, taking my time getting back to the apartment. But you're all in it together, so people are, even though the people might be 3,000 miles away, they're sitting watching you.
Yeah.
You won't know that, and you'll not think that at the time. You'll only see what's in front of you or what's around you.
Aye, at the time.
Whereas when you go back home and you look at your phone and you go, geez, I've 30 missed calls. Jared Turbid being one of them. First man tracking everybody. He doesn't track me, he tracks everybody.
Yeah, he tracks everyone.
He tracks everybody and keeps an eye on people and reports back to the rest of the ones, because people might be at their work or whatever, and he might have a bit of time to look at that. But we're all in it together, and that's one great thing about Oma Tri Club. There's a lot of support out there for that.
There absolutely is.
And I would, if anybody's going to do anything this year, I'd be definitely watching them and cheering them on from back home. Like.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
That's the one big thing about triathlon. There's a great community in it now. Not only in our own club, but even other people that I've met all over the place. Like, it's stand clear. Like. But hopefully in May, there's 4 of us in the club going to this year. Connor Netta, Gemma Skeith, myself, or Wadicomedi Malloy, myself. So hopefully the 4 of us get the medals. There's been 7 of us on the finish line, 7 medals. And if I finish this year, I hear you're coming over next year, because I'm not the 10th year. Well, you might as well. But a crack, sure.
Aye, I'll have to have a look at that.
Well, now there's quite a few boys lined up.
I would have without a doubt probably went back to Cork.
Oh, I'll definitely go back to Cork.
And I was banking to go back and hoping to go back to Cork this year. With the swim being cut short last year, there was just that wee niggle. Albeit that it wasn't really about. It was never about the swim for me anyway. But I would still like to have completed the full distance. I had completed it obviously multiple times up in the loch. I'd done me 4K swims in the loch in Loch McCrory. But to do it in the sea in the middle of the whole thing with
the atmosphere in Cork's unbelievable.
It's
I don't think I've ever done a race. I've never done a race or an Ironman that you get as much support in all your life. That bike course, the bike course, the hedge, you're standing out watching us.
That's right. You got a shout out to me as well on the hill, Windmill Hill. Some randomer, I don't know who it was.
It's not really a hill, that is a mountain.
Aye, it's like a friggin' wall, isn't it?
I walked it. Did you walk it?
I did, surely.
I walked it because I didn't want to fall off the bike.
I was making my way.
I've seen people falling off that bike the year before, on the 70.3, and I says they're experienced cyclists. And I had that in my head going, I'm not fucking falling off the bike in front of all them people.
Well, that was it. I wasn't going to take the risk. You know, there was no shame in walking up that hill, having covered 90k and the elevation that was involved in prior. And as you say, the risks of falling and hurting yourself. Sure, what, you know, with 8 months training down the pan and you limping home.
Somehow.
It's a savage hill, isn't it?
But the crowd on it and the crack and the banter. And people shouting out, and you're wearing that old OTC, like, and because there was a big group of us down there, people would notice that.
Oh, aye.
You know, we were noticed, like.
We were.
But there was 40 of us or something like that, give or take, overall.
That's right.
Taking part in both events, like.
It probably panned out even more on the day with the fact that they ran the 70.3 on the same day. You know, it probably
had 2 separate days because it means you could support them, and then the 70.3ers could support us.
Aye.
The year before it was like that now, and it was magical to watch the race the day beforehand.
I would have loved to have seen that now, to be honest.
It was class.
Because you don't get an opportunity to really appreciate the spectacle that it is when you're in the thick of it.
Until you're watching it.
Aye. And then it would have made transition a wee bit more comfortable as well.
Transition was a bit thing, but still, it's a mighty race. Fair play to the organisers. It was unfortunate what happened in it, and none of us can do anything about that, I don't think.
No.
But I think the organising of it, actually, even the cubicles, the toilets you went in, someone went in behind you and cleaned it. I've never seen that anywhere else in a race, and that just shows you what the Irish are like.
Oh, without a doubt, the best supporters
definitely.
in the world. Like.
And, you know, I know someone that lives down there, and they say the chances of even getting swimming down there is very slim. So we've been very lucky 1 year.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
hopefully
coming back in 2025.
I remember standing there at the before the swim and thinking we're not going to get swimming. So I was chuffed that we got a swim. To be honest, I had done the work and I wanted to get the 3 elements covered. You know,
sure, we were in the water, we were the water before we knew it.
Aye,
tide pulled us down there.
That I think would be one of the easiest swims in Ironman.
Well, funny, when the year before
the weather was settled.
I wouldn't have been swim fit, and I swam it in something like 107 or 108. I had a really good swim, but I must say it was a good swim. It was a lovely swim now, in fairness.
With the tide and the surge of the water.
A wee bit of the tide, the way the tide fell for us that year now, it definitely pulled us in a wee thought. It was a good swim and there was plenty of space out around you. I suppose that year there was only 800 doing the Ironman. There wasn't a big crowd around me.
And you would be a strong swimmer anyway, Shane.
Well, I used to be anyway. I'll tell you one thing, that's one thing about our club now. There's a lot of strong swimmers in it.
We need more lanes in the leisure centre because there's
a bigger swim pool.
Yeah.
I won the lotto, I'm going to build a swim pool. I'll build a swim pool fees and give it to you. If I won the lotto. Need to win the lotto first.
Will be that's just the small matter of winning the lotto.
We have to win the lotto first. You start doing it.
Well, that'll certainly increase your chances. Like,
fuck's sake.
Hey, you've mentioned you're going back to Lanza.
I'm indeed in May.
You're going back in May, and
to try and finish number 9.
Trying to get number 9 onto the belt. What's your training looking like at the minute? Where are we at? What are we doing this year that's going to make...
I've been footing about. I've been very busy working. It's just taking a toll on my training like altogether. But sometimes my motivation has fell down a bit. I've let myself down where some evenings when I am finished, I could go on ahead to license, but if I don't get early, I don't go and end up. But I had a good week last week in Lanzarote. Now I've done a fair bit of miles. Come back from it not tired. Tipping away this week.
Good.
I just hope to tip away at it in the next lot of weeks. And if I try and get out on the bike, if I get out on the bike a bit more, get a wee bit more running done. Plan to do half next week.
Yes.
And I'm going to do Belfast Marathon before I go out. I've always done Belfast Marathon before I went out. And some people think you're mad, but I went, at least I've got the 26 miles done 2-3 weeks before I do the Ironman. It makes a difference in your head. It's like even last week, I was doing a few of the climbs that I know are hard out there, and there's one road I really don't like. And it's out by the old zoo and that thing. And it's just a draggy wee hilly part, and you have to zigzag up it at times when you get to that stage. And I done it last week, no bother, without, it felt different, but then the one was slightly on our back. Come race day, one could be in your face and you'd have to walk. But just tip away things over the next 6 weeks this Saturday, and just get over there. I'm going over early this year. I'm going over on the Monday instead of, I used to always go over Tuesday, Wednesdays. I'm going over a day extra early, get to swim in the mornings, get out on a wee bike, foot about, just get relaxed. And the one thing about Lanzarote is, because it's all in the one main promenade, you're going to meet a lot of other Irish people that go there constantly every year. So I know a lot of guys that are going there. We meet up in the morning for swims. It makes it very relaxing on the race day. And it's a race that you have to do, anybody. Because people say, I can't do Lanzarote. Everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of putting your mind to it. And I've seen people struggle on it, but I've seen a lot of people that think they can't do it, finishing it. And if you do Lanzarote Ironman, it will stand by you for life.
Aye.
100%.
Lessons to be learned
it makes
outside
a
of
wild difference
the
to your
event.
life to do that event. It's the only Ironman on the calendar I can see that is hard, is challenging, mentally, physically, heat, wind, and like you know yourself when you're in an Ironman, you're out by yourself. Like when we were in Cork, there was nobody helping us run.
No.
There was nobody giving you a land of skateboard running down the road. The only place we could have took a shortcut was maybe knock up and around that housing estate. But then there was a timing mat.
That's right, the timing mat's what it calls.
I know a guy that ran straight on, didn't go up and around that housing estate, and he thought he done well, he hadn't got a clue, and he was disqualified.
There you are.
Mm-hmm.
In Cork.
In Cork. He made a big mistake. He didn't realise you had to run up there, whatever, and he didn't do it on purpose. But now
Genuine mistake.
His mates are giving him a wild touch about it.
I would say that.
And poor fella made a mistake and didn't realise.
Christ
So
almighty.
like that's, and trained hard for it too, like. But no, Lanzarote is the daddy. I've done Cork. I've done one at home. I've done one in Grimsport. I've done Cork. I've done Austria. Go back to Austria now in June again. I've got that new double Ironman on the club. Damien O'Hagan, he's come off me.
Going to show him a few things, are you?
Just have to take him over and show him the crack, like. So he hasn't a clue. Then we're going to, where else we're going to this year? We're going to Copenhagen in August, my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Your birthday too.
My birthday's not far behind it, is right.
You're the 20th.
20th, that's right.
And the 19th of August. So
yeah.
the Ironman's on my birthday. And,
Lethal.
Where else was I been to? I've been to Mallorca. I've been to Roth with the club. There's 12 of us went from Roth to the club. And where else have I been to? Wales. Hard Ironman too. And where else did I go to? Barcelona. That's it.
You were in Portugal last year?
Portugal too. Jeez, I done Portugal.
You did
Sure
Portugal?
I could have forget that. I got food poisoning.
Did you?
I did. Got a wild rattle. I was sick, boys. I come home from that sick and it wasn't the faded drink I had. Fuck.
The local cuisine didn't agree.
The garlic prawns were good that night,
You're
right?
fond of the prawns, I noticed
they're,
that.
They're queer stuff now.
Is that your secret
Funny,
weapon?
I had them in Lanzarote last week and I was going, oh jeez, I hope he's don't make me sick because it was my first night I had them, like. Boys, I got a while doing in Portugal. Oh God. I wouldn't mind O'Hagan had the same ones as me and he wasn't sick.
He's grand.
He was grand. But his must have come out hot, mine's come out cold.
He's got the iron stomach.
He's a stomach on him like a horse, that boy.
Aye. Well, that'll explain it then.
That's it.
But here, the training that has to go in to do an Ironman is not to be kind of messed with.
I don't know.
Or what's your take on it?
Every year I've done it, I haven't done a lot. I've seen people train for one event. I don't like to train for one event. I like to, some people would be training for events. Say if some people are training for Lanzarote now in May, but they won't do anything up till it. I'd rather have a couple of races up till it. Mm-hmm. I would always go into an Ironman fitter if I race more. Because I think racing is better training.
Yeah.
But at the same time you need to train the race.
Aye.
But, I think if you tip away at things, you will get to the finish of an Ironman. But then everybody's got different perspectives. Some people are racing Ironman to do times. Under no circumstances am I going to race an Ironman till come down the hill and fall off the bike and push it to the limit and put stress in your heart. To me, triathlon, first and foremost, is about enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Keeping fit, but it's good for everything in your body, head right to your big toe.
Aye, yeah.
And it's the enjoyment part is probably is better. I would like to actually see other people do better than me, that do make an effort. That's one thing I love. Mm-hmm. But from my own personal point of view, it's about taking part. And nothing more, nothing less.
And it's
and I couldn't care less. See if I come into Lanzarote. Me and Conor Netta's going to now with this conversation last week. And I asked Conor, we need to finish it this year. And he says, I know. I asked Conor, I don't give a shit if we're last and second last. Mm-hmm. As long as we finish it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
No, that's the most important thing,
That's it. Because somebody running a marathon, half marathon 2 weeks time, or next weekend, there's somebody going to be, maybe it might take them 3 hours. Fair play to them.
Absolutely.
That's a long time to be on that fucking road. Mm-hmm. And I could be home shared and in the pub for pints.
Yep. You'll be on your second stout and some critter will be coming back over the line.
I have a wedding to go to the day beforehand, so it'll be no stout. I have a niece decided to get married the day before the half marathon, so
That wasn't good planning, that.
Bad planning, because she's taking about 40 people away from the half marathon.
The numbers are depleted.
Oh, I'm going to the half marathon and the wedding.
Aye.
Oh, no.
So would I be right in saying then that your kind of take on it, and in order to keep you there or thereabouts, you kind of just go from one event to the next event, and then you do, you know, and you would focus on each of those events and give it a good rattle. Big time. Just because you don't.
You never see me out training.
Well, I was going to say you don't hang back in the events. You know what I mean? You give her a good. You always make a good.
But not in there, man. I wouldn't push myself in there, man.
But I mean, you'll give Omaha a good rattle. You'll make a good account of yourself.
Well, I've ran Omaha very fast in my heyday, like, but I'm hoping to get 135 next Sunday. So if I get 135, I'll be as happy as hell. But in saying that, I would love to run 130, but I haven't got a min, I know it. But I might start with 130 pacer, see what happens.
See where
you go down Campsie. If I see him, if he's round at the swinging bars and I'm still in Campsie, I'll say Happy Christmas. See you later.
Aye, say goodbye to that one just straight away. Aye.
I was thinking about running Omaha half marathon with a wheelie bin in front of me.
I don't think anybody's ever done that, surely.
I don't think anybody's ever done that in Omaha half marathon. If I done that, would that make me famous?
It might make you famous.
You don't anybody's run with a wheelbar? Or a wheelie bin or anything like that?
I heard about a boy who was on about getting a wheelie bin and putting it onto a wheelbarrow and fucking strapping it down.
Oh, that's that Clark clown.
That'll be him.
He thinks he's Superman, that boy.
Did he not do a triple Ironman though?
I heard that he done a deck Ironman, and to be honest with you, I was to go down to that, and there was 2 deaths in the family that didn't get down, and that's a genuine excuse. But there's one boy I heard that did do a Deca Bob.
Deca Bob.
If you ever Google somebody Deca Bob, he is as famous as hell. The most modest fella you ever could meet. In fact,
he's a red fella, is he?
He's one of them kind of boys. If you asked him to do an interview, he'd go, nah.
He'd be too shy.
But then if you seen him up the street, he's got about 20 tattoos around his ankle. He's done there, man, fucking everywhere.
Like a bracelet or an anklet, if it's such a thing.
Oh, he's a great fella.
But hey, you must know. I mean, you're a guy that goes the length and breadth of the country. You know, I follow you on Facebook, and we're in the same club together, and we're in the same group chats and whatnot. And you could be in James McManus triathlon. You could be doing a sprint in James McManus. And I think, and you'll keep me right, last year you were in Cavan, and when there was big numbers of us turned out in Cavan, we'd do the James McManus sprint with Culkey Club. And the next day you were away down south somewhere. Were you heading away down Cork to do a marathon?
Yeah.
And then you're bouncing about. You'll take in your sprint distance. You'll go for the Olympic distance. I seen
in my heyday. I used to go and lane ball. We used to do lane ball on the Sunday, and Belfast Marathon on the Monday. Mm-hmm. And now this year, lane ball's on the day the Lanzarote Marathon or Lanzarote Ironman. So I'm missing it. But there was a couple of us used to do that, and there was no bother. I remember we used to go to Mullaghmore triathlon. We used to go to Mullaghmore triathlon and then come bit down the road and do the more 10k. Then come back to work.
In the same day?
Yep. Didn't hang about Mullaghmore's. Before some of the boys were finished, I was down in the boathouse getting showered, and I was going up over the head after them. The road was closed going into the village, and I was back home. Get it done. I used to love doing that.
Deadly.
And now, in fairness, in them days, I would have ran the 10k maybe 41 minutes after doing the sprint in Mullaghmore. But you're back when we started going to Mullaghmore, like, you know, you likes of Connor and Peter and Sean and boys like that. There's only a handful of us going to it, whereas now you might get 40 from the club going to it.
Aye.
Like at Culka, there's maybe 40 of us going.
There's a big turnout for it.
Sure, great triathlon it is. Like, you know, it's good to have that because you know, there'll be a bit of chat. There'll be wee groups of ones chatting. We'll get a big group photograph taken. We'll wish each other well. We'll get into the water. We want to see each other come out of the water. We'll meet each other in the bike. We'll give each other a shout or a hand signal or whatever.
Right, aye.
And, you know, we'll all be standing watching everybody come over the line.
And we all stand at the finish line to the last man.
That'll be noticed by our clubs because we're good at that.
We are good at that.
Oh, I don't think there's any other club that I've seen that has that crack in amongst it, especially at races. There's nobody drinks in that club. That's the only thing I have now. There's nobody goes out to the pub after races.
No, definitely not.
None of that. There's none of that crack. I need to get that sorted now.
If there's ever any photographs of anybody on Facebook in a pub, it'll be purely debriefing and organising committee meetings and things like that.
Yeah.
Guinness Zero, I'm sure you're a big fan of that.
Hate it. It's fucking pure push. Never invented that. Done.
No good.
It's only one drink, sir. Stout.
What about the green bottles?
Gone. Not drinking them anymore.
No?
Seen the light. Nah.
Stout gives you...
Stout's only stuff now.
Stout.
I went to Lanzarote last week, never even took a drink.
Good enough.
Behaved myself. Bed every night, 9 o'clock.
So how far out are we at the minute then from race day in Lanza?
6 weeks this Saturday.
That's not going to be long coming around.
6 weeks this Monday. 6 weeks this Monday. Next Monday I'll be heading out to Lanzarote.
So see, in all seriousness, see whenever it's coming close to Lanza, and in my head, it's coming close to Lanza because we're 6 weeks out. Do you try and get yourself into a way, or do you think, fuck it, I'll just let this one roll out? Because you've already said, that you're going back this time with...
Have to finish.
You want to finish, and you're...
Have to finish.
What are we doing different this year than we weren't maybe at last year?
I have to line up on the start line, ready to rock, no matter what comes at you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to... When you start Lanzarote, the swim is a nice swim, but it's 2 laps, so you get a breather near the water, which most races don't have. But the bike starts with this place called the Donkey Track. And fucking Pigeon Top's fucking not as steep.
Is that right?
So it goes up and up and up, and see all these big boys passing you in bikes. It just puts your head down, so you have to not look at them. Get the blinkers on. Donkey Track, get the blinkers on, and get to the top of it, because your heart rate's going to be spiked at the very start, and you could use all the matches. So you have to balance it out and get the nutrition right, and get off that bike and be ready to walk, run, and you'll get to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. So I know what to do over there, and I know what to expect, but you just need to turn up mentally strong. I do,
The other thing that strikes me as well is that because you've done it so many times,
you think it should be easier.
No, I don't. But you can do it.
Well,
so
I wouldn't agree with that, because there's a lot of things can happen on the day that you can't do it.
Mm.
But I suppose other people think, oh, he's done it before. Like the first year I went it on a win with Sean Healy. He said he was going to it, and I'd always watched that race, and I said, geez, I'll go off you. And I'll never forget, Sean Healy knows the island and knew the course, and he'd been out and watched it, and Sean says, Mum, we'll go for a wee spin on the bikes to show you part of the route. He took me to the end of the promenade, and he took me back. We'd done about 7 miles, and we sat down, and I said, Sean, I'll never be able to do this.
Right.
And me and him finished that year with very respectable times, over 13 hours, and I've got nowhere near that time ever since. And we rocked up. We were younger, obviously. That's 11 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was a hard day that day because it was exceptionally warm. But it just shows you, it just doesn't get any easier.
And what was it, do you think, about the very, very first time? Was it
I
that just
I'd never been on the course.
And maybe
the running was ahead of me.
So was it ignorance? Was
and it was an RDV road bike with a set of clip-on bars in it, and it was just kept going. I suppose when you're younger, maybe you don't have as much sense, in a sense. You can bit on at something. When you get older, things can get in your way, and obstacles can get in. And I think as you get older, some people might think they get stronger. You can maybe lose that strength that you had in a certain age life.
Aye, yeah.
Because over in Lanzarote, there's a certain age bracket where a lot of people do that race, and the young ones don't do it, and the old ones don't do it. Whereas other races you go to, there's a lot of young ones at it and old ones.
Right.
Like that race there is just not for the faint-hearted. But it's the things against you. It's the sun, the wind, the course. But it's all about getting your nutrition right. If you get your nutrition right and rock up in the day and have a bit of support there.
And what about your nutrition? I remember you telling me about taking boiled spuds.
Oh, well, I took up one time when I'd done a different race. That's something I'm going to maybe try this year. Maybe boiled potatoes with salt on them. Because they're easy to... The one thing about Lanzarote is, because it's warm, people taking bars in the bike, the bars will melt.
Oh, they'll all melt.
And they stick to your teeth. So like last year when I done the bike, I stuck to gels.
Right.
Because they're easy digested. And I was flying. Whenever I pulled into the bike, I wasn't hungry, nor wasn't depleted, just my head went.
Right.
So, the gels work for me, but the only thing is you're taking a lot of gels.
See, the gels turn my stomach.
Gels and loads of fluid. We were out there last week, we were taking 2 bottles an hour on the bike. That's a lot of bottles.
It's very easy to underestimate how much
the problem
water
is, you see in the
use.
heat over there, you forget to drink, and then it's too late. You're done.
Aye, just
You're
all
done.
of a sudden your body says
You're
no
done,
more.
like, you know, you're done. But like I'd have all my own nutrition with me, and I won't be taking anything off the course. I just work with SAS, and that's what I take with me, and it works for me, and plenty of fluids.
And do you put any of those like high five or
No, there's just
tailwind or
no tailwind seems to be a big thing. I've never tried it, but I'm taking that SAS stuff, like, you know, so the scoop powder Darnell down and Cobbles put me on it, and it's definitely very, very good. Definitely works well on me. Doesn't give me any sick stomachs, but you have to water it down a wee bit just to get it to balance out on thing.
Yeah.
But it's not too heavy, especially in warm conditions. But we'll get touch wood. Lock of one say prayers for me this year.
No,
I think there's a lot of Protestants in the club didn't say prayers for me last year. That's what's against it.
Hey,
They'll put a curse on me.
the world that we live in now,
Actually,
you have to include everybody.
What I think is Jared Turpin's had much money on me. He is going to chapel and saying prayers that I don't finish.
What's the odds of Shane McGale finishing the answer
The
then?
odds of finishing it, they're about 99 to 1 against me at the minute.
You
We'll do
reckon?
it, Mick. We'll do it.
Oh, I'd
We'll
say
try our
you'll do.
best. If I don't finish it, you know where I'm going first? Route 66.
Route 66.
And see if I do finish it, you know where I'm going?
Route 66. That's a good cue for a song, I think.
Route 66.
See, and that song was Can I Play With Madness? Because the madness of this double Ironman. Tell me and everybody else what this infamous double Ironman consisted of, where it went, how it went.
How I found out about the double Ironman was my good friend Patrick Susan McLaughlin from Donegal. Donegal's only Ironman and fastest Ironman in Ireland.
Right.
Me and him run about together again through going to different events. Got friendly with all our people in different clubs. So Paddy's in the Northwest Club, lives in Carndonna in Donegal. He's not as famous as me right enough now, but he suggested we should do it. So what we done that year was we ran Belfast Marathon. We went to Lanzarote and done Lanzarote Ironman, and then 10 days later we went up to Escarloch with the famous Keith Clark and Deca Bob. They organised a double Ironman. So there was 5 of us turned up to do it. I think it was 7 to say pay the money to do it, but on the morning of the race there was only 5 of us there. So in Escarloch we done, what was it? I think it was 12 laps of the loch. We started at 7 in the morning on a Friday morning, I think it was. Friday morning, yeah. And that took 2 hours plus 2 hours 20. Out, got fed on the bike, and then we done a lap from the top of Escarloch down to Podge Quins, back up again, right into Dungannon, and we done that 27 times in and out. So from recollection, I started at 10:30 in the morning on the bike, and I wasn't finished till 4:30 the next morning. And every third lap, we would stop and get nutrition and get a bite to eat. I was going to have a girl at the time, and she looked after all the food, which Paddy or me couldn't have done about her because she organised everything. And we didn't have to ask her. We just had to do the event, and they looked after all the food. There was boys watching what we were drinking. I remember getting a puncture one time. Somebody changed the puncture for me. So done the cycle, got on to the run, and then we had to go out to the edge of Escarloch and back in again 72 times to do the double marathon. So we used to go out around the corner, and the joke was, do you go around the left, go around it left, or go around it right? And we done it, and Paddy finished something like 3 hours ahead of me, and I come in joint third and fourth with another fella, a boy called Paul McLean. I waited for him so we could cross the finish line together.
Mm-hmm.
Got into the van, drove home.
Deadly.
Stopped one time in it. After the bike, I got off the bike and went into the back of the van to try and sleep. And I think I slept for 15-20 minutes, couldn't sleep, and got up and away I went again. I'll never forget one part of it. Stopping in the middle of the night off the bike, and somebody put a big blanket around me, and there is a photograph of me sitting there, me fucking foundered, because your body temperature dropped. But we were well lucky, we got really good weather, we had no rain whatsoever, and then I got a wild bit of chaffing on the run, and again there's a lovely photograph of me in the back of the van, me bent over, getting loads of Sudocrem applied to my bottom end bracket. That's got me to the finish line. So that photograph has been produced once or twice, but it hasn't been made really famous on Facebook yet.
Apologies if anybody's listening to this at their breakfast.
But no, it was a great event, great community spirit, good crack with the fellas. We all finished it. Have really good friends out of it from them. But Paddy, he just kept biting on. He never stopped. He kept eating away, and I just treated it as a day's crack, and loved it. Loved it. It's probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life, because it was just good crack. And it took none out of us. We just kept going and going and going. But the food we had, that's the one thing about doing a long distance event. You can't live in jails there. It has to be. We had stew We had couscous, roasted vegetables, and we had chicken and rice and smoothies and loads of it.
Aye.
And then just fuel after that, water and high-five drinks, like it was, I think.
And see, how did you find that on the gut? I know on the
I
bike it's alright.
I am well lucky with things like that. I never would say I'm sick. I'd have a good eating plan and stick to it and all that. But I was very, very lucky that I just started off every so often. This one would stop and take a wee sip of juice and took an odd gel. And on the bike we were eating solid foods for long distance biking's the only thing.
Aye.
Gels you'll get away with on a race, but when it comes to that, like the baby boiled potatoes with salt on them is unbelievable. Because they're so soft, they melt in your mouth.
Yes.
When I done that race in Donegal one time, that's what I survived off. It's baby boiled potatoes. They were class. And rice pots. And chicken and rice. Like, something simple that's easy at.
Aye.
The simplest things are the best. And the older things like spuds.
Good old
What did our
spuds.
grandparents live off? Spuds and butter.
That's it.
Bit of salt, pepper.
Aye. I hear one's talking about pancakes and
Even
ham sandwiches and stuff.
Well, the sandwiches, like I see people stopping in Lanzarote here for baguette and all, and I'm going, that's the last thing in my mind.
Christ no.
No, but it works for people. You see, everybody's different. You see people sitting down to maybe a bowl of pasta.
In the middle of the race?
Man, I've seen people sitting there with a Tupperware thing full of pasta. So everything works different for everybody.
Ah, there you are.
But
I never actually contemplated or entertained the idea of stopping, getting off the bike, pulling out the lunchbox, getting out, cling film off a tuna sandwich.
Well, the problem is in Lanzarote, you give you that halfway stop at, 70 mile in, so you have another 30 mile to do, 40 mile to do.
Aye.
And then you have 26 mile marathon, so you're going to be out for a good another 7 hours.
Aye.
Easily.
Yeah.
8 hours. So you have a long way ahead of yourself. You wouldn't go to work all day and not eat.
No, well that's true.
Sit at a desk.
Yeah.
That day you're
burning
calories, like.
If you're only there to complete it, then the numbers
like
it's worth it's 10 minutes well spent, isn't it?
There's a lot of people stops, especially where I am on the bike. There's nobody. I've never seen me stopping at the stopway point where everybody doesn't stop. 99% of people stop, grab their bag and spend 5 minutes, maybe stretch legs, lie down the ground, go to the bathroom, whatever, like.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. But the double was a different kind of an Ironman.
It's interesting just to hear the actual breakdown of the double because, I had it in my head that you did an Ironman and then you went back to the start and done another one.
That'd be when you're doing maybe 5.
So 2 consecutive Ironman. So what you did was you doubled up the swim,
doubled up the
your
bike, doubled up the run. Took me 37 hours. But I got into the van and drove home. Went to my bed and got up the next day. It was grand. In fairness, it took nothing really much out of me.
How long ago was that, Shane?
That was, I think, I had to actually check this earlier on there, so I did there a couple of days ago, because that O'Hagan boy gives me a wild touch. He won't leave me alone, slagging me. So I had to check at it. I'm almost only double Ironman 11 years now. I've held that record.
It's a wee bit like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Same thing.
The carry-on that's going on there, isn't it? He's trying to knock the king.
O'Hagan is a boxer, I'm not. I'm going to get boxed eventually.
You're sailing close to the wind for a bit.
There's a birthday party, one of the club members up in his establishment now shortly. I'm not fucking going to because he'll hit me the cunt.
You'll have to stay clear.
We'll leave early that night.
So how long was it, did we say?
11 years ago.
11 years.
11 years ago.
So say before you...
And don't ask me, Mickey, I wouldn't do an all one.
No.
But you know what? If O'Hagan does this, I'm going to do 10 in.
You'll do 10 doubles?
No, 10 Ironman in 10 days.
You'll do a Deca?
Yep.
So we'll have Deca Bob, Deca Keith and Deca Shane?
Deca Goose.
Deca Goose.
Deca Goose. I would love to do it, I know Paddy's going to do it.
Who's that?
Paddy had done the double with me. He's going to do it for his 50th birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I know someone else that said they'd love to do it. But I'll let them do this other thing first. I'd love to see somebody do that in the club. And I know what? There's 1 or 2 people in the club that haven't done an Ironman yet. Now, and you've done your first one. And I'm sure you're like me, you'd love to see more doing it because they'll get some satisfaction out of it.
No, it's something else. Even the realisation. Whenever I landed down to Cork, and I remember coming up here, it was a sunny afternoon, and you were sitting out there on the street. You were chatting to one of your customers, and I sat down beside you, and we were chatting about it.
That's right.
And I was taking advice and taking wee nuggets and snippets of information from as many different people as I can. And now I'm in the position to be able to do that for other people, and it's a lovely feeling.
It's a very easy thing to do. Like, and if you didn't give people advice or you didn't learn from other people's advice, you'd be snookered.
And you'd be the queer idiot.
You know, we're like a teacher. Mm-hmm. Because if you've done something, if somebody doesn't come to you for advice, you know, they're going into it. You know, I don't think there's anybody going to go into an Ironman without asking a question in this day and age.
No.
You know, in fairness, whenever me and Sean went to Lanzarote, I hadn't got a clue. I remember when we went to do Roth Ironman, that was my second one. I was sharing with Sean Healy, and Sean Healy was setting all his stuff up in the bed the way you do it, and I was following him. I was going, well, he knows what he's doing, and he was setting his number up and setting this out, and, you know, taking a look at it before he put it in the bags. And, you know, and then my race number come up, and there was a Union Jack in the corner of it, and he says, oh, fuck. They're going, go, Shane! Go, Shane!
All right, mate.
All right, mate. That's what I got the way around the course. And Sean was setting the thing out.
Local English boy.
I didn't tell him what I was doing, but I was watching him. And I learned from that.
Uh-huh.
And now you see, when I go to Lanzarote, there's many a person who's went with me and says, what do we do? And I said, well, I'll send you a photograph of what I'm setting out for my swim, my street bag. I'll set out what I'm setting out for my bike, and I'll set out it, and you can take a photograph. And I'll always take that photograph to see, I've got my sun cream, I've got my road shoes. Because if you go to pack them in the bag, and you know, you need to look at it and look at it again before you put it in the bag.
Aye.
Because you don't want to be going there and missing something, especially sun cream.
Aye. It's
a very easy thing to forget. I got burnt once in Lanzarote, and once was enough. So, wee simple things you have to take from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the only way you do learn sometimes, is by your mistakes.
Aye.
Or not taking the advice you've been given.
We got a wild torching last summer when we were doing Sheephaven.
Oh yeah, I'm going to that race this year.
I'm hoping to do it this year as well. Clinker of a course, and a lovely bike route.
Hard bike
scenery wise, but it's a hard bike. You know. But no, that's the sort of thing that I do as well. You know, I would nearly write out a list and check it off and pack
it's very
and
simple to
stuff.
have a wee checklist just to have it, but I always love looking at something rather than having it written down. And I'll look at it and I'll look at it before I put it in the bag. I'll set it all out, put the blue bag down, the red bag down, the white bag, and I'll look at it, and it'll always be right, but I mightn't put that in the bag for an hour or two.
Aye.
Because I'll walk past a couple of times before I put it in the bag.
Before you commit
And
to packing it
sometimes
away.
I lift the bag again and I check, make sure again.
It's like that old notion about going away somewhere and thinking you
forgot something.
You forgot to lock the door or something.
Or turn off the iron or something stupid. Done that many times. I remember one time driving to go to Belfast Marathon, and then we used to wear the old heart monitor strap, and I says, geez, I forgot that, and come back, it was in the bag all the time.
Aye.
And I drove the way back, I half a plug all the time.
Just for the heart monitor?
Just for heart monitor. Or something you look. What the hell do you need that for, like? What? Something you thought you needed, but you didn't need it, like, in a sense.
Yeah.
No, but it's hard to know.
So this year, I suppose, kicks off with, for you, your events. Have you done an event yet this year?
Nothing. No, I've done a wee 5k down in Lifford at Strabane Club, run the wee Lifford 5k, that's the only thing I've done so far.
So Omaha will be your starter for 10.
Omaha, then Belfast Marathon, then straight into Lanzarote.
Straight into Lanza. And are you a guy that plans way ahead? Or are you?
Well, I've all them things booked. We've all them things booked ahead of schedule.
You've booked loads of stuff? Or have you already booked loads of stuff?
I think I'm in for 10 local events already, or triathlons.
Right.
I'm in for James McManus. I'm in for Sheephaven. I'm in for Tri Limits 70.3. I'm in for the Cork race, the big European race in Cork. I'm in for Top of the Mourns. I'm in for Carlingford. And I'm also in for, what do you call it, Camlock. And Try the Lock. Can't miss that.
And I'm looking forward to Try the Lock as well myself.
Yeah. There's a big race on there between all us boys in the club. A lot of race heads that day.
Aye, there'll be
a lot of boys out to get you.
The
They can tell you that.
Oh, they will.
They're out to get you.
Oh, aye.
They'll tell you when they're finished.
Oh, whenever if they do get you, they'll
let you know.
They'll soon tell you. Is right.
Oh,
That's right. They've done the road up too, which is good.
That's good. That's good.
So a new and improved, faster bike.
Good.
Surface, which is always welcomed, of course.
Pray for good weather and we're flying.
Aye.
Good race.
Happy days. Apart from the triathlons, then, Do you ever do any of the biking things, or is it just
Nah,
do you just
funny,
stick to the
I would
triathlon?
love to do the bottom iron and the top iron on the bike.
Aye.
Love to do that. I know a lot of people doing it this year, and that I will do eventually, probably next year, something like that.
See, there's a few ones in the club going down to do that. Is it there's a
Ring of Kerry or something.
Connemara something or other, and then I've looked at that Ring of Kerry. It's
good
actually the bike route in that Hardman,
and it's a tough one because I went down one year to watch Brian McGrae do that race, and I went back to my bed after he came out of the water, and I had a friend doing it, and he took a puncture halfway around, and I drove around it to get them, and I'll tell you, that's a hairy course. That's not an easy course. That dead tarmac, that's a hard Ironman course on the bike.
Aye.
Hard, but it's nice down there. Like, you know, the scenery. See, a lot of them events there is the scenery takes your mind off the hill you have ahead. We were climbing last week, Murder Rio, and it's got a wee stone wall, and you look down and you see the blue water, and it's a right wee climb, but it's nothing because the scenery takes your mind off the climb.
Aye, you're not.
It's unbelievable the way you roll up it. It's something about it that just it's as if it's a magnetic hill, and your mind over matter.
Aye, whenever your mind's free,
you never got to
as
do that
such.
time. You never got to do it when you were over there. You were probably right bit away from that, so you would have been in the north of the islands. It would have been from where you were.
Well, I did. I was out the previous year. I stayed in Costa de Keezy, but I think it went up to that. What do you call that? Haria. Went up that.
Dropped down the switchbacks.
And then went down. No, I went up the switchbacks.
Yeah.
And down on the other side.
And down the other side. You went down the real fast bit.
Which was unreal.
So we were going down Fire Mountain last week, and I was sitting at 45 mile an hour, and a few of them were over 50.
Christ.
But I was sitting at 45 mile an hour, and my fucking goolies were fucking shaking, never mind my knees. Fucking hell.
Everything.
You don't want to come off the bike at that.
No, there wouldn't be much. There wouldn't be anything left if you go into
tattoos and everything. You
go into a lava field.
You might never be seen again. You'd burn alive.
Exactly. I know. Have you ever had any spills on the bike?
I had one spill in Ironman Wales, which is nearly a harder course than Lanzarote. There was a part of it, I had a mate of mine wrecked it, and he says, don't go hard in the first lap because you're doing the same thing the second time round. And I didn't again wreck the course. So on the first lap there was a descent which was very wet, and there was a pile of people come off, and I said to myself, Jesus, watch that in the second lap. And of course I come off. I slid the whole way down the hill, cut the arm of myself. I'll never forget, I lay there for a while, and the girl says, oh, you're badly cut, and it was only bleeding heavily. And I got up and cleaned up a bit, and away I went and got back into the run and got bandaged up, and the next morning I was stuck to the bed with blood.
Jesus.
They were probably looking money off me for the sheets of the bed. I think Paddy killed me in the room.
You'd have been the right boy to tap for a mattress, though, wouldn't you?
I was like the blood went through to the sheets, off the sheets, lay on top of everything. But that's the only time I've ever taken a spill, thank God. That's it. A wee club race one time, we had a duathlon, and I went straight into the hedge down in Drumlega. Couldn't make a corner, and I was worried about a car coming the other way, and I just went straight into the hedge and over the handlebars. We got up and finished the race.
Well, I've been lucky enough. I haven't had any. Well, I've
had
a few.
One thing you don't want to happen anybody, because it's so dangerous.
It is. There's not much to protect you, really.
Wreck your life.
Aye.
You get the bad spill now. It's especially even last week. Thank God, none of us had anything at all. We all got home safe every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. Like, you know, you always worry about somebody, because I've seen it. I've seen it one year in Lanzarote where it was very windy, and it was quite difficult. And I never forget when I finished. The girl I was going out with at the time, she started crying. I said, "What's wrong?" She says, "You don't realise the amount of people who've come back today, bikes on trailers and injuries and whatever." She says, "You know, we'll stand here at the finish line. We see what happened." Yes. And people worried about their partners, whatever. Like, and you don't see that. And you would never think about that. You'd never, because your mind's gone. You know, you go around the course and nobody's really speaking to each other. Yeah. In Cork, we had heard the bad news in the course in Cork. Like, people had played it to you, like, but in Lanzarote now, there's nobody says much to you. Especially Spanish guys, they're just up the road. Aye. They don't want to say, they wouldn't be like guys chatting about a banter or shouting at you or slagging you. So if just on a more positive note, if you were going to rank countries, you've indicated Ireland would be your top in terms of the support Ireland, and atmosphere. I don't think Roth was unbelievable. Austria's a really good Ironman. Wales is very good. But there's something about that home race in Ireland. Like, you know, even the streets we were running, boys cheering out of the pubs.
Aye.
Like, you know, I went down that one of that street and all O'Higgins mates, I got down the road and done a lot of press-ups. And the fucking crowd went mad. They're going, what's this clown that he's supposed to do in a run?
Aye. Yeah.
But sure, that was part of the day.
That was aye. It was
You know
like
what I mean?
a
Got you a bit of a stretch.
aye.
But there's something about... I went down and watched the Cork race the first year and stood out in the rain the whole time. I had to throw my shoes in the bin because it curled up that much after drying out. And you know, a couple of boys went home and got changed, and I just stayed out. And I stayed out the whole day. And I says, I have to do this race. And I had no intention of doing Cork because I says, I'm not going down here to get soaked.
Aye.
And you're taking a big chance. You know all about it. You're in the tent.
Yep. Yep.
You go to Lanzarote. I've only ever went to Lanzarote where there was a wee skid of rain. So you're guaranteed good quality, so you know what's ahead of you.
Yes.
Whereas anywhere else, you don't know what you're going to get. And that plays a big factor in your mental ability to finish a race. If you get hit with rain and you're out on the bike, you've nothing with you. What do?
Aye.
You're snookered.
Because I was actually starting to get a bit cold towards the end of the run.
It was getting the... Because
getting- it
we
was
were
getting
in the
nippy.
dark. We were in the dark.
Aye. It was dark.
Yeah.
And it was getting
cold.
chilly.
And like we were walking.
Yeah.
You were hobbling because you had the sore leg.
Yeah. And those are the wee kind of tester moments, aren't they? Like where you can either
Because that's a long stretch in
lock
Cork,
up.
you know, that but out to that roundabout, that
Aye.
last roundabout would kill you.
the thought of it just on the you know that last lap, it just that drag. It was a long old drag.
Just kept going on and on and
Aye.
on.
But as you say, I mean, the people that supported us was
Unreal.
phenomenal. Like,
Oh, class. And then the hospitality afterwards in the tent.
yeah,
Pints of Guinness
and a pizza.
and pizza, that was unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
I've seen Megan and she took Portugal this year. We were in the tent, there was none left. There's piles of people behind me, there's none left. Couldn't get a t-shirt your size.
Right.
Each have an organisation compared to Ireland.
Uh-huh.
Not the same.
Different kettle of fish.
Different setup. Nobody there.
That one in Roth, is that the one with the climb or is that the
That's
challenge?
The one, that's Challenge Roth. That's the one with the Solberg hull, like,
Yeah.
which is not really much of a hull. It's just a bit of a drag, like, but it's just the crowds all on Duffy, like Tour de France style.
So there's a bit of a similarity between it and Windmill Hill in Cork
It would be
with
sort
the
of,
atmosphere, but what makes it? What
Once
makes
you're
the,
Windmill Hill, people know you.
Aye.
You know, the people are cheering you on, whereas in Windmill Hill, people are cheering you on because they know you, or they know your club, or they know somebody in your club.
Isn't that the tagline for?
Just look what happened to you.
Aye,
What happened to you when you got to the top of the hill?
that's
Yale's
right.
just in front of you.
McGale boys in front of you.
Did them people know you? No.
I haven't a clue who it was.
No.
Haven't a notion. I had some laugh. I just the wee bastard, and I started running up the hill. You know, just give her a wee bit of a
Bit of a
spurt.
chip.
Aye, and then whenever you get to go on your bike, some boy from the crowd just jumps out, steadies you, gives you a wee push.
That was it. Oh, yeah.
But the
I
amount of
remember- I
people
remember
calling
when
your name and
I
all.
remember when I went down to watch that race, we walked up from the back end of that hill. It was raining that year. And I remember walking up that going, how the hell are they going to go down that in the bikes? If you're going down that in the wet, it's very dangerous. Go down the dry, it's
Jesus.
okay.
Aye.
It's okay climbing hill, but going down the other side, there's a lot of manholes on it and things like that would have left it very dangerous. But still, I just hope Cork's on next year because I'll tell you, I'll be first to sign up for it.
Aye, it seems
All
that.
big time.
It'll be.
And
It's
like,
one not to miss.
You'd probably go to a race in Lanzarote, it's cheap and guarantee good weather, but I wouldn't be for missing Cork.
And what about the weather? You see, my spook is if I'm training in Ireland, and I do a lot of training at night with work and that, and I'm used to running about in the cold, and I don't mind getting wet and getting cold. I feel that if I went out and it was good weather, I know my luck it fucking would be good weather, and then I'd have to sit and try and figure out how I would react to maybe 27 degrees heat.
I was thinking this year last week, I went out for a long run, longer promenade in Costa de Keysy, 10 mile-ish, but I just got the sunglasses on, got the sun hat down over the eyes. Don't look up at the sun, just look straight ahead. Takes the mind away from looking up at the heat.
So it's
And
probably in my head, that idea.
I just...
Plenty of water.
Just plenty of water as you go along. If you're hydrated right and keep the pace down, keep the heart rate down, I suppose the sun will raise the heart rate a wee thought as well. But if you can tip away at it, as as some boys say, tap, tap, tap on the feet.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going one direction, going towards the finish line.
Happy days.
You know, because Lanzarote is like one big lap and then 2 10Ks. And if you get that big lap done, you should be there because, you know, you've ran 10Ks before. And if you get that first 10K done, the second 10K, when you're going out the road, you know there's only one way you're doing. It's coming back to the finish line.
Aye.
And that's class. Whereas the Lanzarote bike used to be an easy bike. And then they changed it. And now they've changed it again. And the way they've changed it now, it is exceptionally hard. There's more meters are climbing on it. And there's one part where we have to go along and drop down a section, go along a dead end, come back up again, do over the mountains, come back around and come back up that hill again. So you're doing it twice.
Twice per lap?
Mm-hmm. And it's hard. And that's
And
towards
what are they at? Making that fucking
well,
harder?
it's road closures. It's road closures with all the different council areas.
Is it,
It used to go down towards Playa Blanca, but it doesn't go down as far now because Playa Blanca was closed off.
Right.
Because we were using the main road.
Aye, and that's
So
one of the
we
big
go-
centres, sort of.
and there was a 10K climb out of it, and just was taking too long to get that up, people up and down it. So the road's closed for most of the race, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So councils just don't want it.
Is Lanzarote... I heard someone saying that Lanzarote is one of the few Ironman races that doesn't sell out every year.
Oh, I'd never sell out.
And
From my knowledge, you could get a place a couple of days beforehand.
And that's account.
I've the only time I done it the year of COVID, and there was 800 people doing the race,
Mm-hmm.
lowest numbers ever, and I've done it where there's been nearly 2,000 people doing it, one big year. But that year there was I think there was 130 Irish doing it. You'll always see the list for the month or so beforehand. You'll see who's racing it. It's one of the only races you'll see the starter list.
Yeah.
Because it's not actually it's not run by Ironman. It's run by Club La Santa.
Right. Okay.
Using the Ironman brand. So Ironman don't come in and take over the place. It's completely different. Ironman, the European races go from country to country.
Yes.
Whereas this here is run by Club La Santa, so it's got a wee different age on it.
And tell me, have you ever entertained any of the other?
Challenge or
There's Aqua Lava in Lanzarote, isn't there?
Ocean Lava.
Ocean
I've
Lava.
never done that. I've done the 70.3 twice, and one year I didn't get that. Like I just avoided the entry. But the one thing I'd love to do in Lanzarote is a 4-stage mountain bike over 4 days from Club La Santa. And then again, chat to people that's wild soaring bikes and remind your legs. So I'd love to have a go at it. And then I'm doing the
That's
marathon.
off road,
I'm doing the marathon in Lanzarote now in December.
right?
Excuse me.
26.2.
Mm-hmm.
On where's it based? Or
It's Costa Kizzy. It runs out to Porto Carmen and back again. So I done it 3-4 years ago. Going back to do it this year now, Sam. Definitely.
and what's the temperature like in
It'd
December?
be probably 16 to 18 degrees, give or take, like, you know, but
Be
it's plenty.
be comfortable.
You're starting early in the morning, starting 8 o'clock in the morning,
Aye.
so you'll be finished well before the heat comes in to finish by midday, like, you know.
That'll set you up for Christmas
That'll
then.
do, then get the turkey in there.
Get that
Maybe a bit of
turkey.
goose.
A bit of goose for
Bit of
goose.
Mm-hmm.
What about an old tune?
I can tune do, but what about a bit of Daniel O'Donnell?
We bit of Daniel
You got
Roll.
any album movie?
Did you not read the brief?
I read the brief, but we'll figure that out in a wee second.
We'll have to get something else on. What about the Iron Man?
Oh,
AC/DC?
AC/DC, oh, that's the one.
Give that a lick.
Give that a lick.
Anybody that's done Iron Man, that's a special tune right there.
That's the tune.
The opening of that song, hey,
It's for Lanzarote.
that'll be the next time you hear that.
Stand the back of your neck.
Next time you hear that, that's where you'll be. You'll be.
Bit of luck. God forbid. Or God, hopefully I will be there.
You will. You will.
See what the crack is.
Shane, my stories. Everybody kind of knows my story now. I used to run about and rock out and smoke and drink and act the bollocks and all this, that, and the other, and I've kind of turned things around. Were you always a sporty type, or were
Definitely
you?
not. At
Is
school,
there
I wasn't
similarities?
sporty. The only thing I would have done would have been the Alba used to take us swimming when there was no swim pool no more. Used to be a car load of us went twice a week to Cookstown swimming.
Right.
And it would have been him and Tommy McDermott that used to work for us, and then 3 of us in the back of the car, maybe sometimes 4 of us, and we used to go on a Tuesday and Thursday night swimming to Cookstown. And that was like a wee thing, and then he pushed me into the Oma swimming club, and Frank Gill in his day, fair play to him, and from then I used to swim for Oma. And then when I got divorced, I was fucking about, and Peter Skevins said to me, when I started going to Leicester, Skev says to me, says, you do a triathlon, and I went and done lane ball, and ever since then, bang, hooked.
Hooked.
I remember going out on the bike of the kids, like when they were young, and doing 5 mile thinking I'd done an Ironman.
Uh-huh.
And but you hadn't got a clue, because you just didn't watch. You might have seen things on TV, but you didn't cop onto them. But then I used to start going to Lyson, and then I would do like a wee lap around Artisan up Killyclare and back round again, maybe 3 mile, and next week he done it maybe half a minute quicker. And then before I knew it, I was doing a marathon and half marathons, and then the triathlon, I went bang, bang, just best thing ever happened to me.
But hey, isn't it amazing how we can, something happens.
Well, you need somebody to show you the ropes. So Skev said to me, you should do this. And I might be sitting here talking to you now about what I've done, only for him saying to me one day in the change rooms, Jesus, God, you're in the gym there, you're on that bike and all. There's a triathlon on in there, and I went down to it, and I hadn't got a clue. I remember saying to the boys, I'm way to do a triathlon, I'll see you later on. It used to be on a Saturday then, and it was a slightly longer format. It was like a 10k run instead of the 5k. I come back here, pulled up beside the shop, and I come into the boys, and I says, I'm way home to my bed. Near killed me. That was the next sprint.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what I was going to.
The first one I did was up in Sligo, pool one. And
I probably was there that day to watch you.
And I went back to my family's caravan at the time. They had a caravan up in Mullaghmore. I went back there and fell asleep. Mm-hmm. I was out for the count for 2 or 3 hours. I seen me
a couple of years ago when the year Jared Turbot done the Ironman, and Gary McAleer and Dee Quinn came out to watch me doing it, and I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, got the breakfast, went down, lined up, done the Ironman, got finished in 15 hours, something like that, whatever it was. The boys were all waiting for me in the pub. I went back to the apartment, got washed up, went to Chinese, went into the pub, didn't get home to 7:30 next morning. I'll never forget going on WhatsApp and seeing GT. He was on WhatsApp, and I sent a message, what are you at? He says, I'm getting up. I said, I'm only coming home. And he couldn't believe that I was out all night. We went in the Ras, went to disco.
Went in the rip and all.
I get up the next morning, 10 o'clock, away I went. Couldn't do that now. That's only 5 years ago. 6 years ago.
Hey, what is the 5-year decline has been...
downhill. Chat about I've been hitting the back of the head.
Christ.
But I might give it a rattle this year now. Might go for a rattle in Route 66 this year.
But hey, it's as you say, whenever you see someone else doing it, and it gives you a wee spark.
Oh, it does.
But it takes a wee while for that sort of self-belief to kick in.
You chat about drinking on Route 66. Like I seen one year I started up an old Facebook page there for Ironman Lanzarote for the crack Irish World guys. Mm-hmm. There was one year there was about, I'd say, 15 of us guys sitting around the table, and they were all drinking Heineken, and nobody knew who owned what pint. Mm-hmm. Boys, dear, we get drunk that year. We get drunk. I tell you, I was sideways come out of it. Never forget the next day trying to get the bike into the bike box. Oh, that was a handling. I nearly was going home and leaving the bike in Lanzarote.
Trying to get anything into anything.
Getting the paddles off and all that, and me still drunk. Nah, no good.
Christ.
But you see, you need that a wee bit of encouragement from other people. It's like at the minute, like there's a lot of beginners in the tri club, and there's a lot of help in that tri club and a lot of experience in it. And like yourself, when you've joined it, you've got pointers and tips from people the same as myself.
Yeah.
That's happening on a daily basis. Like with that beginners there last weekend, loads of people come out of that now. So there's always new faces coming to the fore, because eventually some of us are not going to be about, and there's going to be new faces. But the way things is going, the opportunities for people now compared to when I started it is unbelievable. Like, and especially younger ones, I love to see young ones doing well. Like, some of them young people, the talent they're going to have off the back of their parents, whatever, is going to be unbelievable. Like, there's a few people coming through there at the minute, and I'll tell you, they can go right. Like, there's quite a few in our club there now that are a lot stronger than they give themselves credit for, especially biking.
Aye, and that's the bit. You see,
and girls,
you and I can
girls in the club there putting men to shape.
Oh, without a doubt. Sure, with a world champion,
of course, a couple of them.
Qualifiers, and
we've 3 of them this year again. Like,
it's fantastic.
I've been to the World Championships too, Mickey. You forgot about that?
I forgot about that.
Hey,
tell us about Kona.
Jesus, you'll never get to Kona.
Hey, we were too busy getting caught up in the.
Fuck, I forgot. I nearly forgot about that myself, Mickey.
You'd have been raging.
Fucking hell! If we could have had a video here, I could have brought in my T-shirt and my Ironman medal and everything.
The wee hula one in a hula
that was
skirt.
Oh, I wore one of them. No, but did you not see the boxer shorts?
Oh, I seen them. I think everybody's seen them.
They're that fucking good now. They put them in a frame.
They got framed for.
They'll never be allowed to be worn again.
Like a pair of hard-boiled legs and a handkerchief.
Oh, what? They were tight, I'll tell you.
They didn't leave much to the imagination.
I never forget.
And hindsight,
That was for the what do you call it, the underpants run, as they call
the
it. in Kona.
underpants run.
And I
Aye.
think there's something like there's 5,000 or 7,000 people do that run. It's a 3K run, and we all met that morning, went down for a swim at 6 a.m. and that run was happening at 7. And GT gave me them shorts,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't think about trying them on before I left Oma. And there was me in fucking Kona and away at 7 o'clock in the morning underneath a tree, no changing rooms. And I pulled them things on and couldn't get them over my knees.
Jesus.
And I got them
Christ.
up and I see if you can see the back photograph, all you can see is a crack in my hole.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they were tight.
They were white and
But
wet.
I'll tell you what, they were class. It got me stardom. Only for them I wouldn't be famous.
Do you think it was
Oh, them made me famous. Eh?
the briefs?
I'm going to get a pair of them for Damien O'Hagan. For his double Airman.
He mightn't get them over his knees either.
Oh, that boy, he'll soon squeeze them on. He'll not let anything beat him.
It was the fact that you were able to get them on up to the waist. There was nothing in the way of...
That was it. I tell you what, they wouldn't know where the galley had on me then.
Maybe the water was cold.
The water wasn't cold over there, that's one thing for certain.
Hey, tell us about Kona.
Kona was something I never wanted to go to. I got a lucky card in Cork. I qualified my age group because it rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. And I took a slot with 7 weeks to go. And me and another fella, Dermot, from Northwest Triathlon Club, before we knew it, we were in Buck and Kona. Before we knew it, we were in the start line. Unfortunately, Dermot didn't finish a race. But I got so lucky that I done it. But it's a race that people... It's a bucket list, but there's other races out there that are 100 times better. Loch McCrory would be a better race than Kona, atmosphere-wise, but it's something you can say you done. And like at the minute, there's only myself and Jared Turbot has been it, but there's loads of others there that anybody could go to it.
Aye.
And I'm proof of that. Big time proof of it. So it's a deer handling now, but look, it stands by you too, like.
Aye.
But there was no atmosphere in it.
Dead?
Oh, what? The only thing that was really good was when we met up in the mornings, we went down for a swim, all the Irish guys. But after that, we never were out for dinner together. There was nobody out in the pubs. There was just no crack about it.
Aye,
Very,
which
very
is
dead.
it's a bit of a pity, isn't it? Like, because it should be
I've
a
been
spectacle.
told that before I went to it, so I knew what to expect. But it's just more like a proper professional race.
And it's a lonely sort of a race, though, isn't
lonely.
it?
I'll tell you, the bike course would be far better up and down the Dermot Road. Be more crack in it. So
You're-
make people horn at you.
Aye.
Over there it was just out and in, and that was it, and the run was the same.
I would
Very
see you as very much so as a social person.
Oh, you know,
and
it's like in Cork.
you feed off the crowd and the banter and the crack and the you like
the slagging.
Same as myself. I found it so beneficial. So it must have been. It was new territory for you to be stuck out there without that kind
I
of.
suppose I had an idea what it was, but the biggest problem was the humidity and the heat. Oh God, it was warm out there.
But you got her done.
Lucky enough, I got her done. Very, very lucky to get it done. And I'll never want to go back, and I wouldn't want to go back. If somebody gave me a ticket to that again, I'd say, no, good luck. See you later. I'd rather go to Bandor to the Muppet Cars.
But as
For
the
a bit of
man, as the man says, you've been there, done that, and got the
I
T-shirt.
suppose, funny, I went to watch France last year there, man, in France. Far better course, far better crack, far better location, far better everything.
Everything's just.
All big time. Better course, harder course. Kona's not a hard course. Very easy out and back bike course, just as the heat's a problem.
It's the elements that are
The elements, the
the
heat's
challenge.
against you, the humidity out there is something unreal. Never felt heat like it in my life. You're sweating from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed.
Aye.
And right the way through the night. There's no escape from it, like, there's no.
Aye, you can't get enough
No.
water down you.
No, definitely not, like, But done and dusted, and that'll do me. Frame in the house now to prove that I've done it, including the boxer shorts, which was presented to me by the club, which was a shock, but fair play to them, and it just shows you what the club's like.
Uh-huh.
And I just hope that I'm living inspired to see a lot more other people get an opportunity to do something like that,
Aye.
or getting to do anything, never mind just go to that. And I think there's potential for a few others that have opportunities. We had this conversation with someone last week about that, and there's one or two other people in the club that when they were told something they were going, oh, you're joking me? There's potential there. There's one girl especially in the club now was told something last week, and she knows now she could get something like that. Just needs to go to the right race.
And it's about understanding that, and for that particular person, it's about believing it.
Oh, of course, yeah. But it's not the be-all and end-all of thing
No.
that you have to go to something like that. Like, we'll go
No.
down to that Culca, and because there's 40 of us there, that'll be as good a crack as going to anything.
Oh, it will. It's
Because,
it's
it's a sense of achievement in the first instance, but it's a sense of achievement as a group, it's a sense of achievement as a club, and then afterwards to look back in photographs. I love that. I
aye,
see the more photographs being taken, and all we're doing is making memories.
aye,
Nothing more, nothing less. And we're setting an example for other people to enjoy something off the back of us,
aye.
and for them to see that they can do the same thing.
You said to me whenever we were having that conversation out the front of your shop that you'll keep going to Lanzarote for as long as you can because you like the idea of whether you make it to the end or not. It's about showing others that you're going
If I
to.
can do it, they can do it.
Aye,
That's what any race is about. I'd be the first. I remember being Omaha pacer for a good few years, 130 pacer, and the first year I done it, I didn't know where I could run the 130, but I pulled people around. I remember people saying to me 10 minutes, is it okay if I go on ahead? And I said, of course, go on ahead. And they said, thanks for your help there. Because I had been telling them there's a water station coming up, and it wasn't about me, it was about them.
yes,
But I still had to do the 130. So, and I remember then coming down the Gorton Road and I had nobody with me.
yeah,
Because it all run on, I'd done the job. And then I waited for people and encouraged them. Got to the line and encouraged more people. I had more people afterwards come back and says, I remember you at the Omaha, you were the boy who placed us around. Jeez, you got me a PB.
aye.
And then people have come up to me at more races and says, oh, I remember you from Oma. Well, that's as much as you want. Like, that's the thing you're going to get the most sense out of,
And you took them out of themselves
Oh, big time. Oh,
to
big
get
time.
round it,
Yeah. Big time.
and that's where it's.
That's the biggest thing out of it,
Uh-huh.
But, look, I think everybody has to realise there's more in them than they let on.
That's some boy. That's some boy ringing you now, looking at the
The
sofa.
same boy was ringing my mobile a minute ago and I didn't answer dialer, so I'm not answering that either.
He'll get back to
He
you.
will.
What would you say to people then now? That are listening in or that are looking on and thinking, could I? Should I?
The big words is nothing's impossible. And like what I tell you, in this day and age, we have a lot of obstacles against us. But I know one thing. It was one stage in my life and it was going the wrong way, and that's me being totally honest. And I had to make a decision, and I started going to a licensor. And you see, fitness is the biggest thing for the mind, first of all. Because you might say to yourself, I don't want to do something, but you see, once you go and do that, it was Monday morning there last week in Lanzarote, I was going, and I'd done it the year before, didn't get out of bed for swims. I was up every morning for a swim. And I know a boy said to me last year, oh, you'll not get out of bed this year. And I didn't do it for them, I done it for myself. And I proved a point to myself, but you know what? Every day I done that wee bit, I was able to go and do the next wee bit. And then when I'd done the bike, I was able to go and do the next wee bit. And no day was any harder.
No.
They got easier.
Yeah.
So I think with the opportunities we have now, with the facilities we have in the Life Centre and all them things, and the community spirit we have, and the Omaha Half Marathons, and the Try the Lock, and all the races that we have, will it be a park run? Don't be thinking you can't do it, because you can do it. Look at all them kids going to the Sunday park run. Them kids are loving it.
Yeah.
And they're competitive as hell, and they're all looking about their times.
Yeah.
What's that going to provide in the future? That's going to provide nothing but positivity.
Absolutely.
And see any parent that's sitting there going, oh, I don't run, so I'm no point me taking the kids. Bring the bloody kids. And then you might get involved in it too.
Yeah.
It's not about you setting an example for them. They might set an example for you.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. But I'm all for, like, I've no grandchildren yet, like, my club used to be into cycling, but like, I have a load of nieces there, I have a whole pile of children, and they're all into that park run all now because of their parents. Because their parents are all sporty. They're kicking football, they're doing this, they're doing that.
Yeah.
And and then through that, they're going to get to go places. They're going to get to meet different people. They're going to have friends all over the country. And if you can have that, you have a better chance in life. Instead of sitting in the house and going, I can't do this, we all can.
Oh, we absolutely can.
Big time. And that's it doesn't cost nothing for that.
No.
That, going to that park run's free.
Literally.
Even people that maybe haven't been up to watch Loch McCrory or got out to watch Omaha Half Marathon, get out and support people. And you go, God, there's somebody I know that's doing that.
Aye.
And I might do that next year.
And you'll be amazed at the people that you didn't realise that are out running. And
I remember years ago I used to collect entries for the Omaha Half Marathon, and there was a young girl who used to come in here. Unfortunately, she's not with us anymore. And that girl come to me one year and got an entry for herself. And the next year she came back and got 3 entries. And the next year she came back, she had 5 or 6 girls with her.
Yeah.
Now I know next Sunday there's all her friends have done it. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she's not going to be there.
Aye.
You know, and she brought people on.
Yeah.
Nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, things like that people need to set examples from and just go and enjoy it.
Aye.
Because it's out there to be enjoyed. Fresh air costs none.
That's true. Aye.
Aye, and breathe plenty of it in.
Take it in.
See there last week on the bike, I was out, and even especially when I was running, and you start running and sometimes you don't get warmed up right, and you're breathing in and out through the mouth, and you can't get your lungs to work right. See, a good deep breath in through the nose and out again, even if you're stressed in life, to just sit in the chair and take breaths.
That's right.
And hold it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a simple thing they got there, but there's so many opportunities there, folks. People just need to go and do it. Grasp it.
Take it when you can.
Oh, big time. Because I tell you what, you know, it definitely has to make us live longer. It's like, you know, you don't buy a car and not look after it.
Aye.
The body needs to be looked after. So, touch wood, everybody is in the Try Club, we're all looking after ourselves and we'll not need to go to the doctor.
We're all looking out for each other and
Oh,
helping each other and bringing each other on.
Oh,
And
big time.
there's a good sense of sort of, it's almost like your Try family.
Oh, big time. Even there last week, 18 of us, like, you know, the crack and the banter and the slagging, and but at the same time looking out for each other. You know, we waited at junctions for each other and made sure somebody's come behind you and then went on another bit, whatever. So all them things count.
100%.
You'll see that next week in Omaha Half Marathon. But he says support around this town will be unreal. There's 4,000 people. That's first big event for this town. Hopefully we get more of them, like, you know.
There's something really special about Omaha as well, you know, in terms of whenever you're...
In fairness to the higher boys now, it is good, like.
When
People
you're
don't
coming
realise
down
I was
that...
involved in that now. There's a lot of organising that now and getting it safe and all that crack, like, you know.
Aye. When you're coming down that hill there past the Greens and you turn that corner onto the old Mountfield Road,
There's always people
and
standing there
you
watching.
see the crowds lining the streets,
Yeah.
and you'll always hear people shouting your name, and it just brings you
At
on.
that stage, you're looking for the finish line.
You could be, you know, your heart could be in your mouth, and you think you've nothing left. But as soon as you get round that corner,
you're gone.
And you're hit with that enthusiasm from everybody else, it snaps you. It brings you out.
Oh, it does.
You know,
that last log 100 metres is nothing.
Anything that we can do now, I think, to snap us out of a negative mindset or an anxious mind is well worth giving it a crack, surely.
Big time. Everybody's got negative minds. I'd have that at times too, like. But when you have something to focus towards, you're flying.
Aye.
And my calendar, my phone has every other weekend there's something to do.
Yeah, that's
not
same as myself.
There's not a weekend I don't have something the rest of this year, right up till December.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have a lot of events on that calendar. There's maybe 15 events on that calendar. And but a training, maybe I might even get out to bike with these boys on Sunday.
Maybe aye.
But there's no crack. Damien O'Hagan keeps texting me, keeps sending me. He says, McGale, need to get out. And I'm going, there's nobody else here about a crack.
You need to go out in the slower group.
I need to go out in Desi's group.
I need to go out. You need to go out with me and Desi and
but a crack with
a few of them boys. Aye.
I'll get out in the better weather comes in now.
Good enough. Shane, pleasure chatting to you.
No bar, Mick.
I will be tuned in and tracking you on the old Ironman app as you negotiate and bring home that medal from Lanza.
Hopefully.
You and Mr. Annetta and the rest of the guys.
Eddie Malloy and Gemma Skeith. 4 medals, hopefully.
4 medals for OTC.
It'll be the same as going to the Olympics if we cross the line. We'll go and get drunk on if we don't fucking finish it.
Sponsored by Route 66 in association with McGale Furnishing.
And O'Hagan Steel Fabrication.
Good man, Shane. Thank you.
No bother.
Take care.